you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
The bus coming, you on the way.
26 spring ball draft on now. The repercussion. Pick us in. Pick us in. Good Lord, you already thought about this.
All right, y'all. BWatts funny, y'all. Welcome to Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your host tonight, JR Boxing, man. Look, y'all gonna have a good show. It's gonna be a lot of laughs because BWatts was showing his black behind in the chat a few days ago. But look, man, let me welcome some of our people in, man. Shout out to I Love CC, man. Shout out to Ring My Bell in the chat, man. Shout out to who else we got in here? Is that Michael Lockhart in the building? We got MSD in the building. Who else is that? BWatts telling everybody, hit that like button, man. Like, share, subscribe. And just sit back and have a good time with us tonight. But boy, when I tell y'all, so sometimes I question BWatts, y'all. I question BWatts, but we ain't gonna hold it up too much longer, man. Come on, BWatts. Come on, bring yourself up to the stage, sir, so we can discuss your hot topic. Because this BWatts topic. This ain't my topic. This BWatts topic, y'all. But it is interesting. I will say that it is interesting, but we'll get into it. What's happening, BWatts? What's happening, brother? That mic. Your mic off, BWatts. What's happening, BWatts?
What's going on? What's going on, JR? What's going on, Chat? I heard you saying this is my topic. Why it can't be our topic? It's the news. That's what we do. People talk about the news. I can't help the other Colorado contents ain't making no story of the if it was the other way around. Man. They will be making shows of this.
Nah, man.
Nah,
brother. Nah.
So he ain't a part of the team.
Hey, shout out to I Love CC. You see it in the chat. Messy Boots. Messy, the B for BWatts stand for boots, y'all. Messy Boots, BWatts. Nah, that's my guy, man. 100 grand, man. I rock with BWatts. And it's just jokes, y'all. It's all jokes and stuff like that. But nah, man, what's going on with you, brother? Everything good, man?
Everything lovely, bro. Everything lovely. I had a great weekend, man. I'm ready for a new week as usual, big dog. I am, man. God has been good to Bernard Watts and his family, and God has been good to my family and to me, man. I'm grateful, man. I'm just grateful, bro. I'm grateful for every opportunity that I can get up and do what I want to do, you know. It's good when you ain't got to hit that white man clock in the morning every morning, so I'm grateful.
I feel you on that, man. I feel that. Uncle Steve, what's happening, man? Hey, Uncle Steve was in that chat too, y'all. And we gonna have some good laughs tonight because we was getting on BWatts behind. But I'm not gonna hold it up. I'm gonna come right out with it because he done already put the video up. Now, it's only spring. Right? It's only spring. We get into the spring. Actually, the first official day of spring, y'all, March 20th. That's the first official day of spring. But as far as Colorado goes, as they're preparing to get towards spring ball, right? They only got so many more days of weightlifting with Coach Swayze and things like that before they turned over back to the coaches and they start going through more of a implementation process of the playbook and the system and how things will be ran. And you kind of start to see some resemblance of an early pecking order. BWatts found it very interesting, chat. I say again, BWatts found it very interesting, chat, that there was a certain quarterback from the state of Georgia, might I add, that did not get picked first overall in the Colorado spring ball draft. Now, before we go to you, BWatts, we know you had a lot to say about it. I'm gonna go to Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve, what was
Man, what?
your
He
thoughts?
ain't been going, Fred. Why he got to set the temperature? You see,
Uncle
y'all been
Steve,
talking. This show is fixed. You know what? I'm finna go back to the original plan. I'm
see,
gonna
see,
start hosting the
see.
show. Y'all been cancer. You and
Oh
JR,
Lord,
y'all
we
are cancer,
canceled.
and I don't care what you say. I don't care if
What
it's
do you
Black
say?
history. I don't care if Steve don't want to be a part of the show. I
What do you
understand
say?
he got a wife and all of that. He got a kid to do all that. If Steve
Uh-uh.
did, bye,
Time out.
bye, bye.
Time
I
out.
host my own show.
What do you say? What do you say, Uncle Steve? It's y'all show. Y'all run it how y'all want on y'all days.
Look
Now
at Steve. Look at
it's
it.
the platform
Yeah.
is Sports Talk with BWatts, hosted by JR Boxing. So tonight I'm the moderator, and I'm going to Uncle Steve first
That
because
ain't
we
how the
know
show
his
go, though.
his Twitter fingers was on fire in that text thread. Oh no, Greg, no, fingers on fire about
Well,
one of his boys from the state of Georgia, Uncle Steve.
JR, you said it exquisitely when you made your statement. And when you're dealing with sports talk with BWatts, he giveth and he taketh. Sports talk with BWatts, he love sports talk with BWatts. He love a little mess now. He ought to be on the Potomac Housewives and that series because he messy. He messy. He remind me of Gazelle or whatever her name is. Let me take
Shout
a
out.
swig. He look messy now. He messing with that mess. Now he got on there knowing, sweetening. I enjoy the young man. He got picked number one or whatever the case may be. But I know when you're dealing with Coach Prime, Coach Prime got a thing for theatrics. That could have been, they could have told him this is what I need y'all to do to get Juju fired up if they put it out there. I'll tell you this way, and BWatts know. I go by the pocketbook. Who they got rid of everybody. They did the Last Supper. How much did they pay for the first supper when it pertains to Juju? He's the highest paid player on the team. Period. You can go up and down. And just like when Coach Prime played, the highest paid don't play. Period. They gonna pay because why would you pay that kind of money and bring in a freshman that ain't even seen the field? And you talking about him? I'm surprised he didn't say well, he did. Talk about put Pond out there. See, Watts be on medication too. I hope y'all know, people. I ain't gonna put his stuff out there too much because it's HIPAA. That could be a HIPAA violation for people who know. I ain't gonna put. He look crazy. He should be crazy with sports talk and BWatts because he get crazy sometimes. I call him crazy cooter. If you watch the Duke boys back and look at it, he going to get something to drink right now. I'm glad he don't smoke because if he lived in the DMV, which you can smoke that weed and all the other stuff, BWatts, well, he got to explain to his old lady right now. She didn't know he was on medication, but he explained that he really ain't on. How Steve know you on medication and I don't know, but that's something different though. That's something different there. But what I'm gonna tell you about is this here. Man, only thing we need to know about Juju is this one here. Juju is the man. Juju is the golden boy. Juju paycheck. And see, when you go to the bank tell you who the man and who the woman is. See, when Mama Tia go to the bank, they call her ma'am. They say miss when she go to the bank because she got money in it. And when you got money in it, the president of the bank knows her name. See, there's a difference. The president of CU knows Juju name. They don't know that freshman name. They say thank you for joining us and being a part. They don't know his name. And there's no knock on him. He has his time. But it's Juju's team. And BWatts, you can get up here and you can get theatrical and you can get up here and you can be Rizzo or Dizzo or Izzo or Quizzo. At the end of the day, everything goes through Juju, baby. Back to you. It's your time, BWatts. Let you get your medication and now educate us who really don't know much. Thank you, Mr. BWatts.
First person picked in the 2026 spring ball draft, Keneal Sweetwine. We got Julian Lewis.
Do you want to be picked or
No,
paid?
hold on,
Hey,
B-Watts.
do you want to be picked or paid? The first one go to the bank. Julian Lewis, millionaire. Sweet wine, go to the end of the line. Back to you, BWatts.
Go ahead, JR. So I want you to get it out the way so I can go.
Now, I want you to notice one thing about that video, BWatts. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to kindly request if you could play it one more time. Even Sweet Wine was shocked that his name was called first.
Thank you.
For everybody in the chat that maybe didn't notice it, BWatts, can you show it one more time? The shock on Sweet Wine's face. He was taken back. You know how they say in church, taken back by the moment. Sweet Wine was taken back, y'all. Go ahead, roll it again, BWatts.
First person picked in the 2026 spring ball draft, Keneal Sweetwine. We got Julian Lewis.
Okay. Y'all through?
I mean, he didn't know if he needed to get up or not. I'm through. Go ahead, BWatts.
Okay. I agree with you. It shocked him. But the question was that you asked, and the title of the show is, who will be QB1? We also discussing the spring ball draft. We're not discussing who gonna be QB1. We discussing who was picked first overall. Overall, not who getting the millions, not who going to the bank. We discussing who got picked first overall. You won't see now other Colorado podcasts talking about this situation. Now, if it was flipped, you'll see 15 to 20 shows on because of what DNVR put out. They promoted Juju to be QB1. K-Salt came along and the coaching staff last year chose him. That's where the pushback came from. Now, Coach Prime did it a different way, so you can't come back and blame him. He had a draft, and he let the players, not the coaches, not JR, not social media, not Uncle Steve, not the bank. He let the players, the captains of each team, R.J. Johnson, Zach Atkins. These are the players that played with Juju last year. Timeout.
Oh, Lord. He taking a timeout. No, we moving on to the next
And hold on. I done saw this problem. Hold on. I can put you in timeout. I can get you off the screen.
Look at it.
Hey, I can get him off the screen. Ain't no problem. I'm gonna get this in because his teammates showed him. I love CC. Miss Diane Brown. You can't knock Keneal Sweetwine because of his teammate chose him first overall with the quarterback position. I thought we was rooting for Colorado. If the players inside the locker room think highly enough of Keneal Sweetwine to be their quarterback, why y'all upset? Why y'all up in the air? Why you getting mad? Don't get mad at the players in the locker room for choosing him to be QB1, whether he be QB1 or not. I'm not going to take this moment from him. Keneal Sweetwine was chosen as the first quarterback overall, even before Juju, and ain't nothing wrong with that. His teammates, R.J. Johnson, Zach Atkins and another player, I forgot who it was, chose him. So why I'm going to take this opportunity away from him just because of Juju? I got a question. What the hell has Juju done to beat QB1? I yield. What he done? He started 2 to 3 games and they lost. He ain't thrown for 2 touchdowns there. No, I still got the flow. I still got the flow. I still know. I ain't rolling that. You won't. No, you won't.
He said,
you won't.
Go ahead. He asked the question, and then he said, go ahead, and then he gonna double back and answer his own question. Check. Y'all see how BWatts? Y'all see how BWatts?
I love it.
Shout out to the chat. And then he gonna cut us off. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Miss Diane Brown. Shout out to Don Adams. Shout out to Kimberly Wise Williams. Look, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe. And I see y'all having a very great conversation in the chat. And I'm making note of some of these remarks and some of these questions. We're gonna get to them, y'all. Look, shout out to TMFB in the chat. Shout out to OFB in the chat, and shout out to our guy Coach Dre in the chat, man. Again, hit that like, hit that share, and subscribe. Go ahead,
don't let Steve out the net, cause he ain't running that, JR.
Go ahead, Go
you
ahead.
Asked the question, B.
I asked JR. I ain't even talking to you. I asked JR. I said JR.
Are you upset that I gave away your HIPAA information and now you don't want to talk to me?
Go ahead, I know that JR didn't answer that question.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I feel privileged. To answer why the #1 quarterback in the country is gonna be QB1.
JR, you can't let him get that out, JR.
Can I answer my question?
Look. Go ahead,
Thank you. The #1 quarterback in the country, in my mind, Mr. Juju. I'm gonna tell you why he is the man and what he's done at Colorado. If y'all can remember, when everybody was jumping ship, it was like the Titanic going on at Colorado. Everybody leaving, and I heard some people on numerous. I'm like 47. Many people said, ain't nobody going to Colorado. Nobody would want to go to Colorado with everything that's going. It's over for Colorado. Who wants to go there? Seton leaving, McKinney going. You got Miller going. And you got the young cats who left that married, and you had the other one. Everybody say Colorado done. Colorado dead in the water. But they forgot one thing. They had it reminds me of that boy Jamie Foxx was that lawyer, and he said y'all forgot one thing. Colorado had the green light when he got hit by that truck when he was in there prosecuting. Oh, Willie, he had one thing going from him. He had the green light, and Colorado had one good thing going. They had Juju. Because let me explain something to you. Juju is the reason that Moore boy is that Moore young receiver. All those receivers are in Colorado. Juju is the reason. You asked me a question, sir.
We're gonna ask BWatts to put his mic on pause, y'all. Time out, BWatts.
BWatts, ain't no quarterback, ain't no receiver that has his level of play gonna leave Texas, leave the great arch, the arch that's on the McDonald's, the arch, the golden arch. Ain't no receiver at that level is gonna leave and go to Colorado without a quarterback. The reason they came, look at Scarducci.
Why did Omarion Miller
take your medication,
to go to quarterback?
Hey, sir.
See, you
just
ain't
like
gonna
we
pay
know.
him. That's why they left BWatts. But look, I'm gonna put my little 2 cents in. I know I'm moderating tonight.
Matter of fact,
I'm moderating.
You ain't got no 2 cents.
Uncle Steve,
New Jack City said, sit your $5 ass, sit your 2 cent ass down, Uncle Steve, Tell him, sit his 2-cent ass down.
I'm gonna give my 2 cents. Now look, now y'all heard me say plenty of times on the platform that players in the locker room, they know who is who, right? Being a player, BWatts. I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just saying. Now, players in the locker room, being a player in a locker room, I said, you know who a guy is when you see a guy. But what I will say is that you may know who a guy is in shorts and shirts, but when the lights are bright, you really want to understand who that person is to your left or to your right when you in them trenches, when it's time when we really about that action. So for myself, look, I'm a 76% free throw shooter. In the gym, nobody around, lights come on, yeah, I'm down there to 72, 71. Conference time came around, I was shooting 68%. So was I built for the moment, for the lights? And I knew early on, look, I'm not LeBron, shout out to him. I'm not going to make it to nobody's NBA. My career path will be different. I figured that out early on. But it is something to be said in the midst of this CU spring draft, BWatts, that even Sweet Wine sat there. I think he looked back like, who, me? Do I need to get up? So, look, it could be well orchestrated. It could be,
the truth.
It could be an injury thing because all things were considered.
But y'all suck that. I ain't gonna let you keep doing on. Hold on. You gonna say this ain't true?
My 2 cents
they videoed it.
My 2 cents ain't up yet. They had the opportunity to talk to trainers, the training staff. Everything was on the table. So we don't know what is what. But what we saw and what BWatts chose to start the show off with was that Sweet Wine was picked first overall. So my next question is, if by chance, this is a big if, by chance, Sweet Wine outplays Juju through the spring, through the fall, are we looking at a QB controversy? BWatts out. Well, we going to Uncle Steve first. See, there you go.
You know what? I quit this show, man. Y'all had this show, bro. Steve, you ain't right, boy. I know you just text JR. You texting.
Well, sit your $3 ass down. and listen to what I got to flow on this one here.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no controversy, baby. It ain't no controversy. If Sweet Wine does the impossible.
You two-faced, JR. You say it out loud so you hear.
Whoa.
Put it on Steve. Say both of them. They two-faced. Oh, you heard her. Show you doing something. He said, nah, they ain't gonna show me. Y'all two-faced, what?
Well, BWatts, you go, sir, and I will go after you. The floor is yours.
All right. If Sweet Wine is the starting quarterback, Colorado football team will be playing in the Big 12 championship.
Wait a minute now.
With the running ability.
Wait a minute. We ain't talking about Big 12. See, you trying to stretch the conversation, chat. The question was, I'll repeat it.
Steve, why you turn around? Don't you want that for your team?
Repeat the question. Will there be a QB controversy? We ain't talking about Big 12
It already won.
No. Is there a controversy?
Okay, let me tell you why it's a controversy. All right, let me tell you why. I ain't gonna tell you why. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you
First person picked in the 2026 spring ball draft, Keneal Sweetwine.
Even the picker,
BWatts,
that slot didn't seem
Okay,
confident.
check this out, JR. Did you see the offensive coordinator? What he do? Why didn't you tell him what he do? He did right there. He said, "Yeah, oh yeah."
BWatts, did you hear what they said? They said the first person picked. They didn't say the best quarterback. They just said the first person picked. It's a difference.
Okay.
It don't correlate. But
Sebastian said Joe Flacco was the best quarterback. Dylan Gabriel was the best quarterback. But the locker room is saying Shador. And now at the end of the season, Shador end up quarterback. It's the same thing going with Colorado.
It's not the same thing because they haven't practiced. They haven't practiced, sir.
Juju is the best quarterback, but the players who play with Juju, R.J. Johnson,
sir,
Zach Atkins, they played with him last year.
I saw another tape.
I
saw another tape, and Juju was the first pick selected. So,
you know they cut that up. We could tell that he played this all the way through on well off. We already know that. You tell me, why haven't other CU contents made any shows about this right here? You know why? You really want to know why? You want the Bernard Watts show? I'm gonna fit again to you. You really want it. Time out. Let me shake it up.
Oh, here you go. Here you go, y'all.
Get your squig.
Please tell us. Tell us why.
Listen. DNVR is promoting Juju. I said this earlier. When K Salter came along, everybody got mad at K Salter because of the picture. Everybody want to talk about the picture. Go look at all of my broadcasts and go back to last year. You'll hear the people that been on this platform and in the chat. It's the picture. Shador Sanders gave the keys to Juju. But guess what? Nobody in the building is saying Juju. Coach Prime was on Uncle Neely and Big Dog Chico's show. They asked him about Juju. Coach Prime didn't even mention his name and started talking about his dad. Now, y'all stop me if I'm lying. You told me 2 weeks ago, BWatts, go back and check out Duke the Scoop, who interviewed the offensive coordinator, Brandon Merritt. I did it that same night. And I texted y'all. I said, damn, that was a good interview. But something y'all left out during the show. Duke the Scoop asked him about Juju. And he never said anything about Juju. He started talking about the other quarterback. So, go back to this draft. Once again, I haven't talked to anybody inside that building. I haven't talked to no players or nobody. I haven't DM'd nobody. All I'm going off for what I saw. Having nobody seen Keneal Sweetwine throw in his own film inside that building. Maybe the other players have seen some other things that they like about Sweetwine than they like about Juju. Now, when I looked at Juju high school films, he threw the ball a lot. He had good numbers. But I remember I ran across a video last night of one of my shows. Me and Uncle Steve were having a conversation about the high school playoff. And he said, Juju didn't look that good. He threw that interception at the end of the game to cost him the game. I can clip and show it to you if I want to. Now, hear me on this. Hear me on this. Now, yield back to you.
He had a broken hand, though. He was injured.
True. Sweetwine, I looked at his tape. That boy looked good. You can knock him all you want because of Juju. You can promote him and like Juju all you want. I like him. I want him to be successful. I'm still on record saying he 2 years away. He going to be a good quarterback. But Sweetwine, 6'4", 220, and got a strong arm. He rushed for 900 yards Ain't too many quarterbacks doing that, big dog, in high school. I yield. Juju can start all he wants. God bless him. They won't win over 5 games. He won't win over 5 games with Colorado. They won't win over 5 games. But they let him play, and he will play. Because you know why? The offensive coordinator recruited him when he went to Utah. Then he went to NC State. The offensive coordinator still tried to get him. The offensive coordinator came to Colorado, and then that's when he decided to come to Colorado. And guess what? Just like Uncle Steve said, last week,
I thought you yield.
That's what I want. Guess what? Just like Uncle Steve said last week,
I'm reclaiming the time.
If Coach Prime stay out the way and let Brandon Marion coach this team, he gonna choose the quarterback that he recruited. Because you know what? He didn't recruit Juju. What you call recruited? He recruited Sweetwine. Case closed. It don't matter.
Please take the mic from Marjorie Taylor Greene. Will y'all please take the mic from Marjorie Taylor Greene?
I would like to reclaim my time, BWatts. He up here filibustering, y'all. I mean, he was gonna go for about 20 minutes if we would have let him.
He said he yielded.
Golly. You know what, Unc? I wouldn't want to be in the car with BWatts because we come up to a yield sign, he'll fly right through it. I mean, he'd just be gone. Right through that yield sign. So if BWatts on the road, chat, y'all better watch out.
Let me ask you a question, JR. Let me ask you a question.
I already yielded my time.
Let me ask you a question. If Sweetwine is the starting quarterback, you gonna root for Colorado or you gonna be sour face? Steve said he gonna be a sour face. Steve said he ain't going with.
I'm here for Coach Prime.
No, I didn't. I'm gonna root for Colorado.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We root for Colorado.
I'm rooting for Coach Prime.
Thank you. Hey, thank you, Miss Dawn. Thank you, Miss Dawn. He's still going. They ought to call it that to energize a bunny rabbit because he yield, but he yang. He yield, but he yang. He like sweet wine because he like drinking. Just like the chat said, the chat knows BWatts. BWatts like a little oil, and even Miss Dawn came out and said he got a little gin. I ain't snitching, but she did put it on the chat. Say he got a little gin in the bottle. Now I know you go to church, and in church, oh yeah, that's what he did. In his church, they give real wine. They give real wine to everybody, the parishioners there. So BWatts take the whole bottle. So it must have been communion day today because he's on. He's on and popping. He lit. He lit. Talking about some sweet wine. Boy, you remind me of old Sergeant Waters talking about old CJ Memphis. But let's get back to this. BWatts, let's just go out and say your idea that sweet wine wins the job. What I would say is this.
No, I'm saying what the team did. I ain't talking about he the better quarterback or he gonna be the quarterback. I'm talking about what the team did. They selected.
Hey, JR, can you get the mute button? Because this joker here, now he got a little Trump in him tonight.
Let me say this, and I'm through. Tune in tomorrow night. Tune in tomorrow night at 8:00, and I'm gonna give y'all a show. You hear me?
Send me the link. I'm pulling up because we got to reel them back in. Send me the link tomorrow night, then. We got to reel them back in because BWatts by himself. He dangerous by himself, y'all.
He hell when he wailed.
You heard what my dog say? My dog said, "Don't do me like that, huh? Don't do me like that." Hey, y'all got to get out your feeling about Juju. He ain't ready, y'all. Coach Prime, he trying to tell y'all he ain't ready.
BWatts, what matter? If he wasn't ready, you don't pay him. He would have been on the Last Supper. What are you talking about? He ain't ready.
He ain't got nowhere to go.
What are you talking about?
He couldn't start nowhere else. That's why he had to stay.
Time out.
Whoa. He'll be starting at the University of Georgia.
Georgia
don't want him. They got 3 quarterbacks. They don't want him.
Well, BWatts. Now, BWatts. Now, you can say a lot of things, BWatts. I guarantee you, if that young man hit the portal, he would get boohoo money. He'll be like that boy who played for Duke. He'll be like that quarterback who played for Duke. He will get paid.
Where he gonna go? He got to compete for it. Ain't nobody just gonna give it to him. Nobody
Sir,
gonna
they
get
paid
Juju gonna start in the
Otis. They
position.
paid Otis.
I would say this: the
Ain't
fact
nobody
that
finna get to
Juju,
him.
the
USC
fact,
didn't want him.
see, he said, Jr. Where you gonna go? I'm trying to answer the question again. That yield sign gone. Boom. Oncoming traffic. Boom. The fact that Juju even decided to stay at Colorado
Yeah.
through the midst of all the controversy that was surrounding the QB room last year. And he decided to stay knowing that there would be a competition, knowing that there's going to be a new offensive coordinator in there, knowing that there's probably going to be a new quarterback coach to help usher him into this playbook. With all that being said, the young man still
JR, you got a
decided
super
to
chat,
stay.
JR. You got a super chat.
Go
Somebody
ahead,
said,
put it up on the screen. Go ahead,
I
put it
gotta
up on the
find it.
screen, man.
Miami say he's something. My bad, I missed it. JR,
I'll
you the
go
host, you
back.
gotta be watching, baby.
I'll go back and find them. Shout out to Miss Miami. I
Please
got
do.
you, big dog. I'm gonna go back and find them. But what I will say is this: Juju decides to stay. He decided to stay. So with that decision being said, that let me know right now he's not afraid of no competition. Competition breeds excellence. It breeds excellence, and you know that, BWatts. You know it. But look, shout out to Mr. Miami. BWatts, you sound like Cleveland media. Oh, you sound just like Cleveland media, BWatts. Anyone but Juju. You always talking about running QBK Salt. I mean, he had salt shakers up
But
all
we through with
throughout.
that. We through it. Man, I ain't talking about the past. Y'all drive
Whoa.
down my algorithm when we talk
He
about the past.
had
We
them
gotta stay on
salt
top.
shakers all throughout last year. Oh, see, look, he done took it off. QB salt ran them right in the ground, and you said that they would win the Big 12 with him.
Yeah, I did. I came back at the end and say, hey, I was wrong by K-Salt. I own up to that. I did say that. I'm through with that. I'm talking about this year. This year. Coach Prime last year said that Ben Finnison was better than Takeifa Bynes. And he started. All right? 2 years ago,
He didn't
said,
say
hey,
that, man.
he started.
He didn't say that.
He showed you that.
Takeifa Bynes was hurt at the beginning of the season. We gonna put him out there and he hurt. He had a soft tissue injury. He was hurt.
He said a linebacker was better than Hill Green, and we ain't got to call who that was.
Oh, okay. He didn't say he was better.
He showed you.
He referenced an all-time great and put that person next to him. Now, Coach Brown was wrong for that. He should not have done that.
Now he telling you Sweetwater is
I don't know. He didn't say that either. He didn't say that. Coach Brown, I actually commend Coach Brown. And BWatts, you brought it up. You said when he was on the show with shout out to Uncle Neil and Big Dog Chico, and they asked the question, he was committal about choosing a QB, which he was not last year. I even had my reservation about, man, why is Juju at the Big 12 Media Day?
Who going to Big 12 Media this year?
We don't know.
Ooh.
We don't know.
I got money. I got money. It won't be sweet wine.
I put 100 on that. I put 100. It ain't sweet wine.
I love it. I love it. Well, I got y'all where I want y'all then. Yeah.
He actually did the right thing. He gonna let it play out. And he was non-committal about what we're gonna do in that room. We gonna let it play out because everybody learned a new playbook. Now, talent is talent. Whether I got a better arm than you, whether I can run faster than you, that's you can't change that. But learning the playbook, divesting that information, and then putting it back out into the team, that's something that has to take shape and take form. But I got confidence that Juju gonna get it done. Now, Uncle Steve, the original question was, before BWatts went on his long filibuster earlier, what do you say to a QB controversy if it plays out that way, Uncle Steve?
JR, that is a fantastic question. And I'll put it to you this way. It's never going to be a controversy if the best man wins. What controversy is it? The best man won. The difference is this one here: when you're putting a favorite in, and that favorite hasn't done what they needed to do to win, or you're putting someone in who has shown that they've had bad tape or bad games or bad practices, and people like, well, why is this person playing? Well, I know this person gonna come around, and this person ain't nobody hearing that. People get to practice every. They three or four times a week they get to practice, so they're going to see it. So to me, it's not going to be a controversy. Let me put it to you this way, JR and BWatts. I would be as happy as all get out if Sweet Wine won, beat everybody out, because what it tells me is this one here. You are going to have you're going to have a quarterback that's going to be not only ready, but you're going to have people behind him that's going to be hungry to take what he's got, because just because you start don't mean that Juju, even if Juju start, it don't mean he's going to end the year as a starting quarterback. No, it doesn't. Because you got to be consistent and you got to win. So even if Sweet Wine won, it doesn't mean anything, because at the end of the day, once them lights get on, just like when they went to Nebraska and everybody thought, oh, we bout that, boop, boop, all that stuff they were talking about, shoot. Remember back in the day, they always boop, boop, all that crap. Man, they went to Nebraska. Them jokers was hiding under the bus to get out of there. They didn't know what to do. They were overwhelmed. They saw them big horn Huskers. They say, hang them, get them loose. They didn't know what to do. They wanted to get out of there. So all I'm saying is this one here, JR. I hope that it's great competition, because if you want to get better, you got to have competition. And this here is another thing. Coach Prime and them are doing the right thing because of this. You can't keep on giving people stuff, because what is proven is this one here. You don't get the best out of someone. Juju, this your team. No, it ain't your team, Juju. You go out there and make the players say this your team. Your play, your performance, your leadership. And that's what you got to do. So I don't care if Ponder wins it. I want the best player to win it to get us in that W category. Because at the end of the day, Marion said it, Niblett said it, Marv said it, and Coach Prime said it. They will have jobs, but Coach Prime them ain't gonna be the head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes if they don't win. So it's about winning, baby. And Coach Prime ain't playing this year by you seeing people in the game for Rudy's, because if he do, homeboy, that unemployment line, and right now the job thing is slow. So you want to get in there and do the right thing. Coach Prime them making boohoo money, and I'm not stopping that gravy train. You see your boy Hart over there, Hart looking good, Hart eating good. And if you want to continue to eat good, you're going to put the best players out there. And this is the key, JR, and I'll leave it as this. Not only are you going to put your best players, but the ones backing them up better be ready to play, because you never know when your name's going to be called. So to you, we're not. I love me some Sweet Wine if I'm drinking it. But when it comes to playing and starting for Colorado, give me Mr. Juju. Back to you, BWatts.
Hey, I agree with everything Uncle Steve said except his last sentence. But when it comes to competition, it is good for Colorado, because just like you said, and I heard the offensive coordinator say that when the Scoop were interviewing, it's about competition. When your name is called and you out there on that field, play like you the starter. When your time is come, play like you the man. That's what I like. We ain't getting Juju. He ain't done nothing to BWatts to make him QB1 from what I done seen last year. He didn't win not one game, and he's a 5-star quarterback. That's what y'all say he is. But for his performance on the field, he ain't showed me nothing. Nothing. Back to you, JR.
Well, Ray Charles, you better open your eyes. Playing with Schumer's scheme the way he did when he threw for that almost 300 yards, he was 2 yards away from 300 yards. Man, you can miss me with that. He played a fantastic game. He was getting hit. He was doing the right things, all those bubble plays and stuff. So I'm surprised that you would say that, BWatts, a person of your knowledge and your intellect, to say he didn't show you anything. Now, we could say the one that you was up on the mountaintop with didn't show wasn't nothing either. But he did the best he could with the situation he was in. So I'm not gonna down salt to lift nobody else up. But I will tell you this one
You
here.
just did
I'm
it.
not going. I'm not. Hey,
He
hey.
said he was there.
When you under
We
the
ain't talking about
influence,
K-Salt.
hey,
K-Salt gone. I just
hey,
said
hey.
that. K-Salt did
When,
not perform at a level so they can win. Juju
when
ain't
you're
getting
under
nothing.
the influence of sweet wine,
Nothing.
when you're
Nothing.
under the influence of sweet wine, there's not much I can talk to you about. So I'm gonna let the sweet wine get out of your veins and your get your vessels and everything. And once that happens, you could talk with some sense. But go on. I yield to you, Sir Watts.
I'm through with it.
Nah,
Take our
look, here
time.
we go. Here we go. All right, look. We had fun with the Juju topic. To sum it
This
all
is
up,
what
look,
not no Juju talking. This
it
was
was it,
about the
it was
draft.
it
Oh,
was
I
it
can't
was
help Juju
interesting.
wasn't voted
It
overall,
was
y'all.
it was
It ain't me.
interesting. It was interesting to say the least. It was interesting to say the least. We'll see how it play out and how it unfolds, right? Because Coach Prime has left it open for a particular reason. So we just want to get the best out of all players. I love CC said it best in the chat. Iron sharpens iron. So that's what we want to get to. That's what we want to get to at the end of the day. Again, hit that like button, share, subscribe. The comments off the chain. There's questions in the chat as well. But I do want to say shout out to Serena Blankenship, Carolyn Shepard, Val C, Smiling Mom, and Mrs. Debbie Garcia. Shout out to all of those misses and those misses in those chats. Hey, we appreciate y'all's support, especially on Sunday. Y'all could be anywhere, like Uncle Steve would always say. Y'all could be anywhere, but y'all sharing this time with us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Now, OFB had an interesting question in the chat. Shout out to OFB. He said, well, should we play 2 quarterbacks this season? Now, last year, we played 3. I don't know how that turned out. But I'll take it a bit further because OFB may be meant in game situations. Should we play 2 quarterbacks? OFB, hopefully I did your question some justice, but I think that's what OFB was alluding to. So in game situations, should we look to play 2 quarterbacks?
Who do you want to
Uncle
start
Steve?
with that?
Uncle Steve?
Oh, thank you, JR. I think that is that is a fantastic question. And situationally, I say yes, because Juju don't have the size when it pertains to if it's a 3rd and 1 or something like that, and you need to run that option and you need a big body quarterback. Now this is where Sweet Wine and Ponder can make a big difference, because you can have certain plays saying set that on these 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2, where we can run like what the Nate, that wishbone and stuff like that, where you run the ball, and if the quarterback keeps it because of their size, you're getting that 1 yard because you're 1-on-1, you make a move, you're gone, you got 1 yard. Yes, I will say that. That makes a whole lot of sense. Plus, it provides an opportunity for the quarterback, because when you got such a young quarterback like Juju, and you never know when something's going to happen, it'll give the quarterback to stay active, those backup quarterbacks to stay active and not be like, man, I ain't getting in the game. It's Juju. No, your number is going to be called and you need to be ready. So it keeps them focused. And it also helps with the other defense, because the defense don't know what to look for. They'll be like, damn, we ain't worried about the quarterback because Juju ain't running majority of the time. But when you bring them big boys in there, it's like, oh, we don't know what to look for, because you got to keep all options open, because they still are quarterbacks. And if you mess up and commit everything up, now we could throw the ball over the top and boom, lights over. So I think it's a smart thing to do. And I would never, if it's about winning, I'm putting everything on the table. And what you're going to see is this one there. And I think what Coach Mary is going to see, if Sweet Wine run that ball and Ponder can run the ball like I think they can, homeboy, you better have him in there on 3rd and 1s, because that's winning football. And plus, it's getting them ready just in case that number is called, and keeping them ready and prepared for every game. That's just me. BWatts, educate us, young man, and tell us what you
think, BWatts?
I ain't too big on several quarterbacks playing a game, but Uncle Steve made a good point. I saw Juju couldn't get a 4th and 1 last year, twice. 4th and 1. He didn't well enough. He couldn't get the 4th and 1. They couldn't do the tush push. But with a bigger, taller, stronger quarterback like Sweetwine and Partner, I can see that. But it's gonna be one of these quarterbacks gonna get some package with the starting quarterback. He might not start, he might not play a game, but the key is for that quarterback, whoever starter, they better win. They better win Coach Ryan's job on the line. And he's gonna do anything he can to win a football game. Me personally, for as 2 or 3 quarterback playing in the game, I ain't never done that, never liked that. Didn't like it when K-Salt had to go through it. But it's hard to say right now. It's just hard to say because you don't know what the scheme gonna be. You don't know how they thinking in the quarterback room, who can do what. Each quarterback got a limitation. Juju can throw the ball. He's accurate. But for his running with the go-go, he ain't that type of quarterback. I saw this other quarterback from Utah when I went out there. Boy, he ain't that good at all. So I don't know where he stand. That what his name? Zach? Not Zach. What his name?
Isaac Wilson.
Isaac Wilson. Now, Marion saw a lot in it. I guess he brought him in. He liked him. I don't know why he's there, but he wasn't that good when he was at Utah. But the highlights on Sweetwine and the guy who I'm rooting for, Partner, I like their skill set because they are taller, they can run the ball, they are a threat, and I think they can win more games more than Juju at quarterback. That's just me.
Well, look, whoever's out there, I'm sure they'll have a lot of support, man. They'll have a lot of support from people like us that's on the panel, man. Everybody down in the chat, they'll have a lot of support, man. So, regardless of the fact, we'll see how things play out. We got a spring session, then you got a fall session to go through there. But it'll be interesting to see what shakes and what falls once the dust settles, and then we can hopefully have some winning football going up. But from that being said, sticking to the offensive side of the ball tonight, look, it's really nowhere to go up. CU ranked 95th in the country when it came to passing the ball.
Time out, man. Come on, bro.
What's up?
You can't throw no shots in there, then like ain't nobody heard you.
What
Like,
you mean?
just because you the host, you act like we can't question what you say.
Oh man, I ain't saying nothing.
You talking about they can't do that but go up.
I mean, look, they can't. Whoever in there this year, whoever it may be, they can't go. Look, I'll tell you this. There's more room to go up than it is to go backwards. You ranked 95th in the country when it came to passing and 104th in the country when it came to rushing. So we're looking at about 133 teams from an FBS standpoint. And if you're 95th and 104th, categorically, you got more space to go up. So what I will say, Uncle Steve, my question is, from a 95th, no, let me go with the rushing with you, because I know Uncle Steve like the rushing. Being ranked 104th in rushing, Uncle Steve, what are your expectations for CU going in this year, knowing more about the go-go offense?
This is my expectation. With them, they should be about 34, I think 30 to 42 in rushing when it comes to in the country, easily. When it comes to in the country. And the reason I say that is simple. Marion about winning, man. If you know it, Marion showed me and I'm going and watching this stuff. If Marion has a game in which they running that ball and they can't stop Young, let me tell y'all again. Young gonna get the ball so much his tongue gonna be dragging out his mouth. Marion gonna stay whatever's working. If he has a play and it then got him, he ain't like Schumer. I'm gonna give you an example. Schumer went on there and you'll have Micah go in there and run for 15 yards. They pull it and don't give him the ball no more into the second quarter. Marion ain't that kind of dude. Marion understands football. If you can't stop the play, why am I gonna switch it up? I'm gonna keep running it till you stop it. So I'm looking at this one here. They should be. I hope they're gonna be even better than in the rushing than 30th, but I see them 30th. And I'm going off past performances. When he was at Howard, they ran the ball. When he was at UNLV, they ran the ball. When he was at Sacramento State, they ran the ball. And he had less talent, way less talent. And he played some big boys when they played there because Howard beat UNLV. They upset him. So all I'm saying is this one here. He's put up his 30. Last year, 35 at Sac State, and people realize, well, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. And something else people got to realize. That means if he's putting up 35 points, the other team ain't got the ball that much. The other team ain't got the ball a lot. It limits your possessions. So if I got 35 points and I'm running the football, ain't nowhere in the world you going to have more than 35 points because how you going to get it? And the one thing I can say for CU, as bad as CU was last year, they did well on third down when it was passing downs. They did very well. They ranked pretty high. They were 34th or something like that on passing downs on third down. The problem was, hell, the other team didn't have to get the third down. The quarterback ran on first and second down for a touchdown. So all I'm telling you is this one here. Marion changed, and people like, why y'all got so much? Because his past performances let me know what's going to happen now. Marion, man, the light is, people do not understand. When you got talented players on your team and then you saw the way that boy was running in that track meet, homeboy, you got people like Q for 6, you got Farrakhan, you got Hakeem Williams. These are receivers that might not even get on the field too much. And these guys could be starting at other places. Y'all might not believe it, but Q for 6 could be starting other places easily. Hakeem Williams was playing for Florida State. And Farrakhan is the real deal. And I'm talking about this is talent. If you're looking at the big picture, only thing I'm going to tell CU is this one here. Get your paycheck ready to do everything you need to do to keep Marion. Because you ain't spending enough money. The way he recruits and the way he scores on offense, y'all gotta pay some money next year, homeboy. Get ready. It's yours, BWatts. I get it to you.
BWatts, I got another question for BWatts. Cause we know BWatts fast with it, y'all. He like to throw that ball around the field. So he hype when he see them receivers come in. Well, Danny Scudero, Cam Perry, all these wide receivers additions, more from University of Texas. So BWatts, with CU being ranked 95th in passing, what are your expectations for the passing side of the offensive scheme?
Think gonna be at the same 95th if they want to win.
Okay. Okay. I see where you're going with that.
You can't run the ball and think your passing gonna be up. If you're gonna be a running team and you want them to run the ball, you're gonna run more than passing. Last year, they couldn't run the ball. They didn't have no choice but to throw the ball because they were behind most of the majority of the time. This year, just like you're saying, if they run the ball, that means your passing gonna be down. If you run the ball. Now you ask me about the passing. The wide receivers room. They got 25 wide receivers. Sometimes it look like they got 50. It's gonna be some hard breaking. I ain't about 4 or 5 of them gonna play. Just like last year. We thought all the receivers were gonna play. But when you look at it, they didn't play, bro. My question is, what's gonna happen to JoJo this year? What's gonna happen to Q for 6? We got a different offensive coordinator. He want his players to play that he brought in. So when you look at the go-go offense, they have 2 running backs and a tight end. How many wide receivers that be left?
Just depending on the formation, 2 or 3.
Hey, he gonna have a 2 out there.
Yeah, and he don't always have a tight end out there, so you might have.
I'm just saying, when you look at the go-go formation,
in a traditional
way,
yes, it'll be
they got 2 running backs. That means it's gonna be some wide receivers off the field.
Yeah,
not necessarily BWatts. That's not what Marion said. Marion said this is where he goes with
traditional.
If your talent deems that you're the most, if the receivers are the most talented ones on there, Them tight ends ain't gonna be out there much. Now that's come from him. He's putting the best talent on the field because he wants to win. He ain't putting a tight end out there just to be a tight end. If you ain't if Atkins ain't doing what he's supposed to, it's gonna be a receiver over there. Back to you, BWatts.
I said what I had to say.
Yeah, look, it'll be interesting to see, but like I said before we started, it's nowhere to go but up. Right, so it's more space to go up than it is to go back. But look, that's towards the end of the show, man. Again, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe, man. Shout out to all the ladies in the chat, man, that support, man. Been there day one. But I would be remiss to not say to the fellas, man. Shout out to the fellas that been there from day one, man. We talking about Wayne Hood. We talking about OSB. We talking about Rev BJ Nelson. We talking about Mac Main, J Mac, T Voltage, KO Fall, Brian Johnson, Mr. Miami with the super chat tonight, man. TMFB, OSB, Bruce Leroy, Coach CJ in the chat tonight. Jerry Flint in the chat. So shout out to all the brothers, man. All the brothers out there. Keep pushing, man. Keep taking care of your families, man. Keep being a pillar in the communities. If you are that, in fact. And if you're not, be that pillar in the community, man. And I want to say one last thing, man. I saw something across my news feed today. It's a young man that took his life, man. NFL player by the name of Rondell Moore. Look, if anybody's battling anything, don't do it alone, right? It's easy to say don't do it alone, but truly, don't do it alone. This is a safe space. Just come and just communicate with people from all over, man. So don't battle things alone, because it's a longer road ahead when you have to take on things by yourself. That's why you have companionship. That's why you have partnership, and it's important. So check in on your people. Check in on your strong fit friends. That's one thing about BWatts. BWatts gonna check on his people, and I appreciate him for that, man. He do it regularly in the chat, man. So does Uncle Steve. So does Greg said it. So does Coach Dre, man. So hey, shout out to all the good brothers out there, man. But it seems like the NFL they lost a young man just due to those struggles. So prayers to his family and friends alike. But it was good, y'all. Had a good laugh. Had some interesting takes from BWatts. But BWatts, we're gonna let you get to it, man. Give us your closing words, BWatts.
All right, want to thank JR Boxing for doing an excellent job so far and hosting the JR Boxing show. He's done an excellent job. Just reminding his contract expires when the season starts back. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. I will be getting my
right now.
It's the off season. It's the off season. Get me through the off season, and you will be back in your place. And that fella beside you too, eating them popcorn. But serious though, JR, come on, chat, one more time. JR in the comment section. JR has done a great job of hosting the show. Man, I'm telling you, it ain't easy sitting in that seat when you got Uncle Steve on stage. And I'm telling you, it's a job. You should get paid. Check your bank account at 12 o'clock tomorrow. JR. Yeah, I'm trying. I know you trying to blame me, but I really know what you're saying, boy. That Uncle Steve's up there. But I said, man.
BWatts the fool, y'all.
Hey, let me get you said it's not closing. Can I close?
My bad.
Can I close? But looking forward to seeing them at the first game. And I will be buying their tickets to the first game of the year just to give my appreciation to them for being up here 2 nights a week when they do have family, wives, and children they could be attending with. They communicate with me when they're not going to be able to make it. Now, man, that's the most important part when you are a content creator. Trust me. And you got other people on your chat. But other than that, Uncle Steve did a great job as always. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday night. It's the Uncle Steve Show. And we want to be here to support him as always. But once again, want to thank everybody in the chat. Want to thank everybody who's tuning in. If you didn't make a comment, that's all right. We just glad for your presence to watch the show. And once again, no matter how you like it, what you think, Junior Lewis was voted.
See?
Was
Time
drafted.
out. Time
He was
out.
drafted
Time-
the
no,
second
no,
quarterback,
no.
not the
I'm
first.
still hosting
No matter
tonight.
how you feel about
I'm
it.
still hosting
The
tonight. Uncle Steve, get us out of here, Uncle Steve, because BWatts lost his mind.
Time out.
Please.
I ain't gonna let Uncle Steve say nothing. Here you go. Bye, Steve.
Already thought about this.
First person picked in the 2026 spring ball draft, Keneal Sweetwine.
You hell, man.
Hell on the
All
wheels. Good night.
Hey, man. I love y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Boy, have a good love you, boy. Have a
All
good
right,
one.
bro.
Bye.
Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
Today, what's coming? You on the way?